other one, which was C, the one I labeled C, was now like dying. In fact, he was lying down, his eyes was almost closed, he was gone. At that point, the kind of fear that entered into me, I was like, hey, what do I do? I didn't know where to start from. The chicken was dying. Then even the egg was also down too. Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Okay, so back to my story. I told you I'm going to release them on same day and I'll cut them into bits. Okay, for my no experience poultry farming. Mistakes I made and things I did and how I went use natural remedies to remedy them. Okay, all right, so in today's video I'm going to be talking about how I save my dying chicken. Okay, I'm going to be giving you one secret remedy you can use to save dying chickens and to prevent chickens from dying. So this experience of, hey, I bought 50 chickens, 10 of them died, or my chickens almost all died out. If you follow my videos throughout, I'm going to give you some secret natural remedies you can use that you will not have a single death in your farm. Okay. All right, so you want to follow me throughout. So share these videos to your friends who are into poultry and those who want to go into poultry. This video is going to help. I told you, stay tuned with me from till the end. Back to my story. If you haven't watched my video on how I started, you might want to go back to my previous videos to learn one or two things and how I arrived at this junction. Okay, so day 3, so I started wearing them. Day 1, day 2, I was excited. You know the joy this chicken was giving me. Even my kids, they'll come around to come and check them, to come and play with them. And now a normal thing in the house, we have chickens who are making sounds, making noise. Sometimes the children will go to go and touch them, to go and carry them like that. Okay, so what I did was to label them A, B, and C. I used a marker pen. I wrote A, B, and C. That was to mark them so that I can trace if this one is having a problem. I know that this was the same one that still had that problem, or it's another one that is now having that issues, just to know which is which, because they are all the same color and you can hardly differentiate them. Okay, but I just use the name A, B, and C to like differentiate them. I think at day 3, one evening, I came back home. I came back home in the evening, so I decided to go and check them up, check their food and check their water. What I now discovered was one of them was not moving. In fact, in the morning of that same day, the air of it was like it was lethargic. It just stands at a place. They were still babies. Remember, it was like day 3. It would just stand at a place. It's not moving. There's this kind of lethargic movement. So I now thought of coconut water. Yeah, I've actually seen someone in the video who even said that's the first thing he introduced to his farm, coconut water. It was a magic formula for them because coconut water is full of electrolytes, so it's a natural remedy. So that morning I went to get coconut water. When I went out, I bought coconut water and I gave it to them. I added a little bit of sugar just to give it energy to it, and then I added my turmeric scent leaf just to boost the immune system to the coconut water, and I gave to it to drink. Okay, now that night when I now came back, the other one, which was C, the one I labeled C, was now like dying. In fact, he was lying down, his eyes was almost closed, he was gone. At that point, the kind of fear that entered into me, I was like, hey, what do I do? I didn't know where to start from. The chicken was dying. Then even the egg was also down too. So I suspected that it was cold because they were just inside the carton. My heart skipped. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? I was not thinking. So I knew that I've read about apple cider vinegar before. I think I even went to do a little research online to check up on natural remedy I can use to assist in that time. And I had this, okay, it was even my pineapple vinegar that was available at that time. I made apple cider vinegar, I made pineapple. I think my apple cider vinegar was still in the process, but my pineapple vinegar was ready. So I got hold of my pineapple vinegar and I poured a little of the vinegar inside the plate, inside a container, Then maybe I just added a little sugar, maybe a little bit of honey, just something to boost their energy. So when I poured that vinegar into water, I now got a syringe. Yeah, I got a syringe. I called my husband that day, please, if you're coming back, help me buy some syringe. I didn't have syringe in the house, so that I can use it to put in their mouths, okay? Meanwhile, I decided to improvise with my dropper. I had this dropper which I use for essential oils and extracts. I now use the droppers to put some of the mixture I did, the apple cider vinegar water, and drop in the mouth. So I had to carry the chicken. The chicken was not able to move or even open mouth to take it, to even feed. So I opened the mouth and I dropped the drop of it. Do you know that, to my surprise, that chicken revived like almost immediately? As I finished with it, I wrapped it up with a cloth because the body was soaked. I think they fell in, maybe water touched them, their body was soaked, and maybe, okay, as I was even pouring this thing, water was touching it, the water was pouring on his body. Somehow his body was like wet, so I just wrapped him with a cloth, wrapped it with cloth, and I just kept it. After a few minutes, that chicken came back. That chicken was struggling to stand, trying to get back on his feet. I was surprised. Vinegar was magic for me. Now, I told you I used pineapple cider vinegar. Yes, I've made a video on how to make pineapple cider vinegar. If you go all around the internet, you will only see apple cider vinegar for chickens. But from my experience, it was because of the knowledge I had on apple cider vinegar for chickens that I decided to try my pineapple vinegar. My apple cider vinegar was not ready, it was still in the process. So I said, instead of not using a vinegar at all, let me try out the pineapple cider vinegar. And lo and behold, the pineapple cider vinegar still worked out for me and saved my dying chicken. So I came to the conclusion that vinegar beats apple, be it pineapple. And besides, pineapple is very good for chickens. It helps them to grow. Yeah, it boosts their egg production and the rest of them. So it's very good for chickens. Yeah, so making a vinegar out of it is a very good one. Okay. So the number one secret ingredient is the vinegar. Either the apple cider vinegar or pineapple cider vinegar, they will work for you. Apple cider vinegar is the popular one. You can easily get in supermarkets everywhere. You can hardly find pineapple cider vinegar. But I've done a video on how to make pineapple cider vinegar. So you can go to my channel. Maybe I can drop the link for you where you can go and watch how you can make pineapple cider vinegar. It's good for you health-wise. I told you the health benefits and the rest of them. Or also have another video on how to make apple cider vinegar. So if you go online, that's the popular one. You see apple cider vinegar to save chickens or for chicken rearing and the rest of them. But it's not only that, even pineapple cider vinegar can also help. Okay, so that's my conclusion because it's helped me. So the idea I had about apple cider vinegar gave me the thought to use it on the chickens when they were dying. So the second one, which was the A chicken that had issues that morning, his own started the same thing. So both chickens were almost dying that night. If not for the intervention of that vinegar that night, they would have been both dead. The next morning, I would have just met just one chicken. So I think it's the cold. So this was what I used to bring my chickens back to life, and I didn't have a death experience with them. So one secret ingredient you want to use for your farm, which is a lifesaver you want to have in your farm, is your vinegar, your apple cider vinegar. I don't know of the white vinegar, rice vinegar, but these are the two that I have tried. Later on, when my apple cider vinegar was ready, I started using that. So frequently, more often I was now using apple cider vinegar. I give my chickens once in a while. I can give them 2-3 times in a week, or even regularly. I can drop maybe like a teaspoon inside that drinking water that can carry them, or maybe a little quantity of this drinking water that can carry them throughout the week, or maybe the number of days I'll change to another one. Okay, I also added it as part of their extract I mix in their water. So this helped me. So it was boosting their immune system, helping to fight worms, helping parasites and the rest of them, and keeping them healthy and stronger. Okay, so that's one ingredient. You must get an apple cider vinegar in your house. if you must rear and save your birds. Okay, so I hope I've been able to bless somebody today. And I know some of you don't have this experience. Okay, there's another ingredient I am going to show you in my next video, which is also a lifesaver that I was using. That in my next video, I'm going to tell you how I used to remove smell. Okay, so that ingredients help me to reduce smell, that they were not smelling, one. And apart from that, they are also lifesaver. They can prevent your chickens from dying. Okay, so that will be in my next video. So you want to stay right with me. Watch out for my next video. Click the subscribe button so that you get alert when the next video drop, so you get that secret, that other recipe. Okay, so with other thing I had to do around the cave to prevent the smell. That will be the next video. Okay, God bless you for staying with me till the end. I love you all.